guys, welcome back. And if you are new here, I am Psychic Bella Love, and if you are not already subscribed, make sure you do so. At the time of this recording, we are this close to 6,000 subs, and we will be doing a giveaway soon. I also upload consistent content each week, and we go live on Saturdays, so you don't want to miss out on that. And if you ever wanted to request any videos for any celebrities, I only do those on my Patreon. And that is also where I have exclusive content. I upload most days of the week. We go live each week, and that's where we talk about conspiracy theories, the Illuminati. Everything is uncensored. So if you want to join, that information will be linked down below. So I have been seeing for a minute that people are saying that there is another hate train coming Nicki's way with this next album. And I believe it was Female Rap Game said they had receipts that this is all being put in motion, including with some new people. Watch my Doja video because she will be a part of that for sure. But let's see what they have to say. I'm so scared. I'm like, please, no more. Just leave the woman alone. So guys, let's take a look. And if you ever wanted to book your own personal private reading with me, you can go to psychicbellalove.com. For the month of May, we do have specials for 15, 20, and 30-minute appointments that are extremely discounted. Those are only available to book during May, but you can pre-book them out, if that makes sense. I do only have a very few spots left. Also, I will be taking a break from doing mediumship readings for clients. So if you wanted to book one of those, you can use code MOM, all in caps, at checkout, but they will no longer be available on the site after the month of May. They'll come back later on this year, but I'm taking a break for a minute from those. So, Spirit, what is going on with the industry as far as Nicki is concerned in this next era? Is there another hate train coming her way? And is this a concentrated effort by labels? Thank you. I mean, we see how well that's worked out for Lotto so far, right? Okay, let's see. There is, okay. I dropped this tea on a live. I think it was the last one that we did. You know, Jay-Z always comes up as the emperor in readings, and he's coming up in this underlying energy. I've told you guys, he wants to be, you know, the #1 rapper of all time, just like his wife wants to be the #1 artist of all time. And, you know, she's trying to kind of take over that Michael Jackson, Tina Turner, you know, Whitney Houston, greatest performers, greatest vocalists, greatest whatever, you know, thing. And Jay wants to be the #1 rapper of all time. Anytime that he feels like somebody is coming into his territory too much, it's, I gotta, you know, try to kind of tear them down a bit. And remember, I've told you guys too, they're trying to also hold back certain people in order for when they feel their kids are ready to step up and step into that, you know, because a lot of times we hear that, oh, Ariana Grande is Mariah Carey's replacement or whoever. They don't obviously want anybody to be considered their replacements other than their own kids. And I've said before, I kind of feel like Blue Ivy is going to be more of a rapper than a singer. And so Spirit is saying, you know, it's also, well, we got to knock Nicki down a few pegs. She can't go down as this number one of all time, even if it is just the female rapper and not rapper, because you know how they like to split categories up. So it's like, if everybody is saying that Nicki is the greatest female rapper of all time, and then our daughter wants to be a rapper, and we want her to be known as the greatest female rapper of all time, we can't have anybody really have that spot for too long or cement themselves in that legend status too much that it can't be then taken and passed on to somebody else. So Jay is coming up, and you know, along with his wife, and the underlying energy is that there is phone calls, payments, communications, whatever incentive you want to consider it to be, to continue this. And he was somebody that was participating in this or helping out with it or making calls or insinuations the last time around as well. I mean, why do you think he wanted to hold Kanye back as only a producer for so long? But, and that's the thing that I tell you guys, sorry, I didn't mean to move the whole table there, that, you know, they sign people because then they get to be in control of them. If you are doing good, we get to benefit off of it, but then we can also hold you into this one certain spot, and you can't excel beyond that as long as we are in control of your career. So that's why they wanted to hold on to Rihanna and Kanye so bad. So let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, there are definitely, you know, other people that have a vested interest in continuing to make sure that Nicki doesn't prosper and completely come back from this so-called hate train that she had the first time around. And again, just to cover my butt, everything is alleged for entertainment purposes only. We're telling ghost stories with pictures on cards, but y'all know. So, anyways, there are other people that are also involved in this. We've got, you know, what's his face that she pissed off with the Grammys. We've got the people that run Atlantic that don't like her. So, yes, there is this let's conspire against each other because it seems like, or conspire with each other against her because it seems like the GP, you know, has gotten over the hate train and started to embrace her again. It does, you know, I do get them trying to convince certain artists to join in on this. Okay, let's go after her. Let's get everybody together and go after Nicki all over again. They're going to try to get people that have worked with her as well. You know, let's get Koi. Let's get Bia. I don't feel Bia wanting to be involved in this. I feel like she's definitely going to be like, oh, heck no, leave me out of it. I'm not trying to play those kinds of games. But there will be certain people that we will see, you know, run to go work with Cardi or even Megan to be a part of that clique. And it's because Spirit's saying, you know, they're so concerned about, I need to protect myself. I need to protect my career. If the label's telling me, oh, you're not going to get to where you need to be if you take Nicki's side or try to stay neutral, or this is going to benefit you so much, go work with them on this, you know, track and just throw in a little diss here or there. And, you know, you can sub it. It doesn't have to be directed. Then, you know, if people get too much in your ear, you can say, oh, no, I wasn't talking about anybody, or I was talking about some bitch that I grew up with, or whatever. So expect that we will see people like Lola Brooks, Scarlett. It's a lot of like the newer girls trying to kind of copy the Megan and the Cardi of it all, where, you know, they have sort of benefited or profited off of beefing with Nicki. Is this going to work? Not exactly. Nicki is over here in her redemption era. She's coming up with this judgment card with the 10 of coins behind it, talking about this will be a very profitable era for her. You know, the same way that we're hearing about Beyonce's making billions of dollars off of her tour, Taylor Swift is. We're about to hear the same thing about Miss Nicki Minaj. Okay, do not get it twisted. So for anybody that's been wanting to say, oh, Nicki's broke, Nicki, you know, the lies that she supposedly owed $150 million in taxes. Okay, for you to owe $150 million in taxes, that would mean you had to make billions of dollars in very short amounts of time anyway. So wouldn't that put her on the billionaires list? But also, wouldn't you Wesley Snipes your ass right to prison? If you owed $150 million in taxes, don't you think that like the IRS would have been like taking her ass to court? So, you know, it's lies, of course, but this time around, expect that we will, you know, start to call her a billionaire as well. Because she's coming up as this King of Coins and the 10 of Wands. Like, I'm not going to sit here and let y'all bully me out of the industry this time. I'm not going to sit here and just only take it to Queen Radio to fight about it. I'm going to turn this into an opportunity for me to make money off of this and make this shit work in my favor. Like, I'm smarter this time around. I don't care anymore. And y'all are about to really see me enter into my Chun-Li era to the most extreme. Roman, Chun-Li, we all coming for you. Like, every one of these alter egos is going to come out and tear a bitch to shreds going forwards. And this is the thing that Spirit is saying. If these girls can get a partisan Fontaine to go put his lip gloss on and start popping that pussy on a handstand so he can get in his feminine energy and then write some diss tracks for them all they want. Nicki is a true lyricist. There's none of them that can compete with her pen. And so as much as they can sit there and try to diss her or to say, oh, you know, you're this, you're that, blah, 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 she's going to come back and rip your ass to shreds with her mouth and her pen and make you look like Boo Boo the Fool, because it's really talking about here. These girls have no idea what they're getting themselves into. And not only that, people are going to, you know, of course, trying to think of how to explain this properly so it makes sense. Social media is always going to seem like it's loud, but trust and believe, a lot of times comments that y'all are seeing, and this is why I tell you, don't get caught up in arguing with people in comments. A lot of these are bot pages, y'all, that be sitting there overhyping somebody or tearing somebody else down in the comments. I know it's easy to think that, oh, only bot pages are let's end humanity and $5,000 to whoever DMs me first, I need help, or come watch my webcam show or whatever. Y'all don't think that bots, especially with all the AI stuff that's going on right now, aren't sophisticated enough to go leave other types of comments and to have made profiles look a little bit more legit so they don't just scream, this is a fake account that started on April 30th and has 20 pictures on it and 3 followers and follows 10,000 people or whatever it is that they do. No. So just because you might see people in shade room comments being like, oh, well, Nicki's got fat arms and her husband sucks, does not mean that that's a real person always saying that. And does not mean that that translates to real life and people listening to or buying anything. Look at how many people hype up Cardi or Megan or Lotto or whoever, and then when they put things out and you look at the pure sales, it's 500, it's 1,000, it hits Billboard bumbling under and then falls right off because it's not real life. So that's the thing. People might say in comments and be hyping these girls up. Yes, go after her. A lot of it'll be bots. Some of it'll just be the Nicki haters that call themselves fans of these people. But are these people actually going to go stream and buy and support whatever it is that they're doing that's aimed at destroying Nicki? No. And it's not going to take away from anything that Nicki puts out. It's not going to take away from her success. And it's not going to hurt her career in any way. And that's why we just have to, again, not fight with these people. Just go support and stream and ignore it. That's the best thing that we can do, okay? Because, again, this is going to backfire on any of the jokers that want to go and get involved in this. Listen, how many times, unless Drake, and I'm just using Drake as an example, how many times do we see that somebody does go run to try to diss Nicki or to start shit so that way they can, get some attention because they think that, I'm going to be the next Cardi B by doing this. How many times do you see after they do something like that, a Drake or a Future or anybody else that's a legend in the industry work with them? Drake only did that when he was in his petty era because he was mad at Nicki for whatever freaking reason at that moment. And that was like Meek, and then he brought Cardi and the Meek goes out on stage. But like, he didn't really go run to work with Cardi. And he's not going to going forwards, so it's just, it doesn't pay off for them that everybody wants to go work with them. It makes people wary of them, even if it might seem like, they're not publicly dissing them or calling them out for it. When it comes down to it, other people look at it like, okay, well, that's cool that you did that, but I want to mess with you. Because then you're going to do it to me next time. And I'm not trying to be the next one that you're fighting with. You're two-faced. I mean, look at Lotto, all of the little stunts that she pulled. Do you know how many people behind the scenes in the industry don't want to work with her now? They don't want to be the next one being accused of, I told you that you had to hook up with me to get the track released. You're going to record a phone call between us and release it on Twitter if you get mad or you want attention. It doesn't pay off in the long run for these people. So don't let it distress you out too much. And again, like I said, I feel like it's going to be a lot of like newer girls that are just starting to like build their buzz, and it's not going to help the way that they think it will. So, Spirit, is there anything else that we need to know about this situation going forwards? Thank you. The biggest one that we're going to see that does this other than Cardi is going to be Doja. I talked about it in my Doja video, so you can go watch that. And see, this is the thing that Spirit's saying. Once they open up the doors to, you're going to be the girl that fights with people, now you're inviting it back onto your own doorstep too. And it's, you might have got a little buzz and thought that this was doing something for you, but now, 2 years from now, guess what, Lola Brooke? You and Lotto are now fighting with each other. And then Ice Spice is coming for you. And then Scarlett don't like you no more, and it's going to be, now you just open up the door for this shit to keep constantly coming back to you, and you're going to spend a lot of your career going back and forth with other females when that's not what you really wanted in the first place. So that's why we gotta be careful about the energy that we put out there, guys, because that shit always will come back. Because see, it's talking about opening the door for fights with other people. Now it's like, oh, well, I need attention. Lola Brooke wants to fight with you, you know, and Nicki's just going to be over there laughing her head off, making money still, doing other things, not giving a shit. And that's the thing. She still comes up as the winner. But yeah, it's just Spirit saying, don't let it stress you out, you know, and that's a big thing too. They're going to try to get fan bases to fight with each other, because the more that the fans fight with each other, it keeps everybody's names trending. So don't give them what they're looking for, guys. So anyways, Nicki will survive and thrive through this. It's not, they're going to try it, but it ain't going to work the way that they think it will, because this is not 2017. This is 2023 and 2024, because it'll be going into next year, you know. So, and that's why the funny thing is, Nicki knows that this is coming. She's already warned everybody with her recent tweets, and she keeps, you know, kind of dragging it out, because it's like, well, then put your shit out. What you waiting for? You know, and that's the thing for everybody that wants to say, oh, well, Nicki this and Nicki that, and she needs to hang it up, and these new girls are better. How come none of them have been taken over? She's been on hiatus. She hasn't released her new album yet. They've had since 2018 when Queen dropped. Who took over in that time? Who became the new Nicki Minaj? None of them did. All the girls that have popped out in the last year, the only one that's really even being like, oh my God, like, wow, look at their like growth and everything, is really Ice Spice, who's very unproblematic. So it's just like, in the meantime, a lot of these girls have just fallen off even more. Nicki has cemented her space. So, but, you know, anyways, guys, I am going to wrap it up here. If you made it this far, drop a purple heart, or, of course, our unicorns to support the queen. If you wanted to book your own personal private reading with me, join the Patreon, follow me on other platforms. All my information will be in the description box below, and I hope everybody has a good one. Bye!